All right, Homesteader family. So I had a request from one of the viewers that saw my firewood video on why I won't ever buy a log splitter and do kindling and all that type of stuff. So the viewer was Tim Bolt. So this video is for you since you requested it. So here is my stove, and we've been gone all day, so I didn't have a fire in it. And I'll show you over here. Give me 1 second. So I don't know if it's backwards or not on the camera, but it's 81.7 degrees in here. But I'll go ahead and get a fire going anyhow because it's like 32 outside. And of course, this whole mass is all heated up. It's real hot to the touch. So I have all that concrete. I have all that dirt going all the way back. That big boulder up top there. All of this is all radiating heat and kicking it back into the house, and of course heating the upstairs. If I took the thermometer upstairs, it gets really, really hot, especially when it's 80 down here. It's almost like 100 or over 100 upstairs. So I can always shut the stove down so I don't have to worry about starting the fire now and then say the house gets way too hot. I can shut it down. So give me 1 second. I'm going to grab my gloves out my pants. Just because some of this wood is still sappy on the outside, and I hate getting sap on my hands. It's pretty easy to clean up, but since that box down there is all packed up of all the toiletries and stuff, the antibacterial hand stuff that cleans your hands, the Percel or whatever it's called, that works real good. You put it on tree sap, rub it, take a towel, wipe it off, it's done. So anyhow, you can see, or let's see, I'm going to go ahead and drop my tripod down so you guys have a level view of what's going on. So you can see there's a bunch of tissues and stuff in there. So instead of building up a bunch of trash, any type of paper products, tissues, toilet paper rolls, popcorn bags from the microwave, all that type of stuff goes in here. So you can see it's not hot. There's no fire whatsoever. Now in that video, you will have noticed that I said I still split a little bit of wood. So this is some of the split wood. And the reason you still need a little bit of split wood is because the round logs do not have the surface to catch fire as easy as split wood. So you know, 2 of these will make a fire. So you split 1 log, that makes a fire. Winter time, I normally have a fire going all the time, but because we're not in the extreme cold, and because I made all of this into a mass heater basically, like I said, this whole wall's all concrete, all the cinder blocks are filled. You know, I got big air spaces around the bottom, so it's just a major heater. So I don't need to run a fire all day, every day through the winter. So if you're in a climate that you do need a fire all day and you don't have this mass heater, then you need less firewood split than I use due to the fact you're always going to have coals in here. You're going to be able to go ahead and just keep throwing logs in. The logs will catch fire, so on and so forth. Let me hit my light. So here we go. So this is all I do. I take 1 split log, and like I said, this is 2 foot. Let me see if my tape measure's down here at the end, so everybody knows that I'm burning what I have outside, because I know some people question stuff like that. So we got the tape measure right here. I'm gonna grab this log again, and you're gonna see it's 23 and a little bit. So it's slightly shy of 24. So this was one of the smaller pieces. Like I said, I just approximately, and I'm going to push that log all the way back. And I'm going to show you that from that log to the front, I have another 9.5 inches that I could do. But I like to have space in the front here with the vent and all that type of stuff down here. And you can buy this kit. It's the door frame and the back pipe and feet holders, which I didn't use the feet holders, at Ace Hardware or what have you. And it's like 40 or 50 bucks. It's probably more now because this was years ago I bought it. And then my next step, the Striker fires at Walmart. You get 48 fire starters, and they're basically like fire logs, except they're matchsticks. So this is the fire log material with the match tip, which I don't use. And what I was doing before is I was breaking these into sections in my older video, so I didn't use as many of these. But now, if the wood is not catching on fire right away, then you have to put another small piece. So sometimes that can be a headache. So instead of having to come back to the fire, I go ahead and just sit the whole thing right here on the edge so it sticks out off the log just a little bit. Then I go ahead, take a stick lighter, and you just hold it there for a second to get it started. And then boom, you got the fire log started. Now the next step, I take another big log, which is split. Like I say, it takes 2 split logs to start the fire. After that, you're golden. And we're going to put tape measure on this. And this one's going to be 24 3/4 inches. So this one's over 2 feet. Like I said, as long as I have space in the front, that's all I care about. And all I do is sit this diagonally, just like that. So that way, as that fire stick burns, it's burning another open source of firewood that has all the surface area to catch fire. And then after that, I'll go over here to my rounds, and I always start off with the small rounds just to get everything going, and then I use the thicker rounds to burn longer. So I'm going to take this round and I'm going to put it diagonal the opposite way and tilt it from the back, and then just adjust this front one so that keeps burning. And then I'm going to grab one more round and we're going to come right back again, and this one's going to be the front section of the fire. Move the other one the wrong way. So that one's going to go in just like that. So altogether, you're going to have 2 whole rounds, and you're going to have 2 split pieces of wood. And as you can tell right there, that fire's burning, that log's already on fire, and if I shut this door some, the flame will get bigger, and it will capture more of the surface area of the wood, and you're in business. And then like I said, down here is my air control. I can shut this all the way off. It's sealed. It doesn't burn anymore. And then I can open it, adjust it, do whatever I need to do. So this is to show you that barrel stoves are awesome, and especially if you set up all of this earth, concrete, sand, clay, whatever you want to use. I'm telling you, this mass heater is amazing. I know we've had arguments. People say it's not a mass heater. But guess what? This is all mass. That is all mass. It all heats the house. So it's a mass heater to me. So this could be a rocket stove, mass heater, whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. All I can tell you is we haven't had a fire all day. You saw all the tissues in there. And the house is over 80 degrees. So that goes to show you the heater works. And what I've done is something awesome. So basically what it is a bunch of cinder blocks there, all filled up with concrete. And then I made a concrete pad on top of the dirt going back. I sat the barrel here I left air pockets underneath because with concrete, if concrete gets too hot, it will explode. So I left all this open on the top. Let me move this. You can see I have all that open there. So some of the concrete has busted off, which is fine. And my goal was to get a metal slab of steel and have sides welded and a little front welded and put a flat top all the way back to the pipe and make this into a giant flat cooktop. However, when winter is roaring and I had this fire going all the time, I'll pull this pot off, which is normally filled with water, and evaporate it already. So I'll fill that up again. But I had this other one here, and I'll push these together. I'll sit a pot on here. I'll have soup or chili or stuff like that just cooking. And then if I want to keep it hot, I move it up here. Because if you leave it on the stove, it's going to burn up in the pot. You sit it over here on the cinder block. The cinder block radiates heat all day long. It's still radiating heat right now, even though we haven't had a fire in all these hours. And this will keep your food nice and warm. Same thing with over here. You can sit it here, you can sit it here. Any of this stuff radiates heat. And like I'm saying, that one little fire starter, for all of you that are wasting all that time splitting up wood, picking up sticks, trying to store it in boxes and containers, and they have to bring it in the house and do all that work to make a fire. Like I said, these striker fires, $10 for a box of 48. So 48 sticks, even if you use a whole stick like I decided to start doing, that's over a month of fires for 10 bucks. So that's what I would recommend. This has been a great stove for me. I love it, and keeps the house nice and warm. And when I build a house at the ranch, I'll get some type of stove type thing like this built, and let you know how that situation works and what type of system I get going over there. And you can see I haven't done nothing but that one little stick, and there it goes. So hope everybody has a good night. I'll talk to you later, and thank you for the request, Timbo, on wanting to see this video done. So if you have any other questions, let me know. If anybody else wants any type of video done, feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I'll make a video for you. Have a great day.